Time for another garden tour. And today is, geez, I'm not sure of the date. I'm really not. Well, the date will be recorded when I send this up. I'll probably try to put it in it, because I'm not sure. It's, I believe, the last Sunday in the month. No, or the next to the last Sunday in the month. I think it's the next to the last. Anyway, it's gonna be a quick one, because I'm heading off to the shelter. Here's the pots. Swiss chard is growing great. We keep picking some every few days. We're getting plenty of Swiss chard. So that's a big winner this year, like it was last year. Bigger because we planted a little more of it. There's another bunch of it on the deck. These are all the cucumbers here. No cucumbers yet. I did get one the other day. It was soft and mushy. And there's squashes and cucumbers in this whole row. I think this one that's stringing out here, it's probably, maybe, possibly a Trombosino. I did get some of them. You'll see them in another one later. Oh, look, here's, I think, one of the little ones growing here. But I haven't got anything of any size. This one, oh, here's one. Here's a few. I have to pick these later and see how they are. There's one there. So they are starting to come in. I hope we're gonna do okay. And no squash yet. The bean wall. At first it looked like it wasn't going to come up. I thought basically the birds were eating it all up, but there it is. That's the second crop of beans is what that is. Things are looking more hopeful now with this warm weather and rain we've had back and forth. So there's the pepper in a pot. I probably should separate these out a little bit. I think I might, because there's all this space right in here I could put it. So peppers again, squash, Trombosino squash, it's 4 of them there, squash, I think that's cucumbers. There's a few cucumbers thrown in here too. I think that's a cucumber. This is mostly all a row of squash, not doing as well as the pots. As you can see, pots do way better. I think the soil, my soil in the ground here is just crap soil. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't think it's any good. So right here, I would probably be better off in this row to just eliminate it next year. Note to self, hey, future Scott, make this pot. We'll put the pots right on top of it. We'll buy some more, fill them up. We'll do better. And we'll raise them up in the air, ultimately. Well, these are covered. I gotta take the covers off because they're getting too big for the covers. At least those square ones there. I've got to take the covers off. That's broccoli. There's a combination of broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage in there. This kind of cage can actually protect it all the way around. You have to put stakes through these and tie it to the stakes, which I haven't done. I've been lazy. They keep falling over. But that will protect even more if something gets in here. Nothing's been getting in here. One did for a little bit. I fixed that where they got in. I don't think they're gonna get in anymore. I think I've got it pretty well shored up around the garden. Next row, I've got to go quick because I have to take off for the shelter in a bit. Tomatoes, it looked real slow at the beginning. My neighbor's already got tomatoes growing. Not ripe yet, but certainly growing. Here's the one that got eaten up down there. It got eaten up by, I don't know if it was the woodchuck or bugs. But there's some that are not eaten up like that one. And the one in there is not too bad. Those are Brussels. And here we have a little bucket with multicolored morning glories. The ones I have all look like this. That's what they look like. These new ones will be different colors. And my hope is that they'll actually get a chance to mature this year. They may not, but I didn't use the packet. I had a packet of 1,000 seeds. I maybe used a couple hundred. I will let them grow up the wall here, and then sprinkle seeds down below, and they can come up every year with the other ones that are there. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway. So, further over here, more of the same. Some of these look like they're being bug eaten. That one there does. And this one definitely, I think this is one that the woodchuck got at right there. It's been badly damaged. but maybe it'll return. They often do. Funny thing is, sometimes when the woodchuck eats, I'm gonna put that over there. It's too small to help. Sometimes when the woodchucks used to hurt them, they would grow back and I would actually get a crop. The last several years, no woodchucks involved, and I've gotten lousy Brussels sprouts. Last year, they tasted like nothingness. They tasted, ugh. I didn't eat any of them. I just threw them out. They were terrible. And the year before, it wasn't much better, so I haven't had good Brussels sprout crops. Oh, they're so good when you do get them. This is supposed to be some kind of a vining bean plant. My neighbor gave me, there it goes. It's starting to vine. You can see that one doing it. So we'll see what they turn into and what kind of bean. That's more cucumbers there. And the final row, bunch of tomatoes. And these have finally started to go, and then we're starting to get little tomatoes. I think these look like, from what they're doing, these are a bunch of the cherry tomatoes that are doing okay here. And I think maybe some of these are average size ones here. Maybe beefsteakers, not sure. But in the back here are the Jerusalem artichokes, which you dig up from underground. I'm trying to keep this part clear for compost and stuff. I have yet to do this. This is a big job. I got to chop these out and then put them on the edge of my property. These are irises, and they're just invading the garden. They're invasive. I'll leave the ones on the outside where they are, but I got to chop these out and move them elsewhere. They grow everywhere. And over here, those nice new tomato cages I got that are huge. They're actually too big in a lot of cases, and a ladder that was given to me for beans, which I will use on those beans that are starting to string out over there, and they can climb up those ladders. But inside of those things there, I can keep compost, free compost that I make myself. That's the plan. And that's what we're doing. I'm sticking with it. And that's pretty much it. So that'll be it for this time. Just wanted to do a quickie update. Oh, I did not show one thing, which is here. These were it was all weeds in here. See how thick it is just on the edge here with these weeds? It was completely covering it, and it stifled the growth of these snow peas. And now it looks like a few of them are beginning to flower and will try to produce something. I doubt I'm going to get much, but it's not going to be much of a crop, sadly. I haven't had good luck with the snow peas at least the last 2 years. Haven't gotten much. Last year was the worst year, which I didn't get any squashes to speak of, maybe one. I got tomatoes, I got beans, I got a few things, but a lot of things didn't come through. And hopefully we'll do better this year. I'm trying to water it more deeply, and I'm trying to, I think last year it was the fact that we had too much rain. It was a very green year. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm hoping that these morning glories that are coming up from the ground here, which I've been watering here just so they'll get going, are going to start up. It looks like they have here. Looks like we're getting some action on this end of things. Not getting much. I had this wall of glory all the way down to the barrel one year. And that would be nice just to have them growing. But out of this pot, they do very well. So maybe we'll have another little pot here and some other area. Try to cultivate them a little better. I admit I don't put a lot of work into the morning glories. They seem to take care of themselves. Oh yeah, the apple tree. I'm watering the apple tree too and making sure they do well, because last year we didn't get much for apples. Why? Was it last year or the year before? No, it was the year before. Last year we did great. Nice big apples. It rained like crazy, but we didn't get enough sun. The year before it was a drought. We got apples that just weren't there. So trying to balance things off. All right, I guess that'll be it. 9 minutes, that's a quickie. We'll be back again later to show you how things are developing.